Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go.
Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
First carry here for Ken Walker. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Walker. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the Seahawks are going to elect to go for 2 here. Gino's going to throw. Rolling to his left. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first down, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm up QB too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Seahawks 8, Ravens 0.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry running right. He'll get this down to the 38.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now Lamar changing the look.
At the Seahawks 34-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Being chased out left. Escapes the defender. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It looks like they'll move things around here. A first down carry for Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Second down and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 3rd down and 7. 13. Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. To throw is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's Smith. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Now Smith. Flush to his right. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Back to throw, Smith. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Hey.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Report. Yo.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. It's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now it's Smith. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back to Walker on first down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Here's Walker. Runs through the contact. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. To throw is Smith, forced out to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to make it a 2-score game. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
On my feet, I'm a leap. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. We burning up. Every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like Bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa, I'm a dancer. You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza, for my leisure. and that's the face card on my wrist. She get away. She get away. She get away.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're underway from the bank. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. He's got time here. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down. Play action. Here's Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. Big man showing up the yards. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Running back sent in motion. Jackson throwing for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Oh, baby! He got loose, and after a few steps, there was nothing they could do to stop him. That, Brock, is the definition of a home run play.
You know, and when you go to draft, sign, or trade for a skill guy, you want him to have that kind of threat, that kind of breakaway speed. You don't always have to be a 4-3 guy on the track. You just have to be a guy that once you get in that open field, there is nobody, and I mean nobody in the building that was going to catch him. You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
And he's brought down for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Lamar out of the pistol. This finds Likely. He's got it in the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. We've got a close one here. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted right back at the line, so no gain. And now they've got to get 9 on 3rd and goal.
Middle. No, we changed it.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens jump in front now by 5. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Khalif Raymond to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Another one for Gibbs. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Finds Laporta. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Has him on the quick hitter. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Gibbs. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take the lead just before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. They kick the running back in motion. He's back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now gone. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down now.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. That's caught for the 1st. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. A give left side for Gibbs. And he gets him around 6 there. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
1 out.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. and you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Second down now, 7 to go.
We go tonight.
Short pass brought in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
We go. Hey, down.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't... Before the play clock hits 0. This, our last play of the quarter.
Hold on.
They'll run here following the penalty. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Laporta with the grab. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of him.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He finds Laporta. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Lions only up by a few. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Montgomery. Scores! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions make it a 9-point advantage. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game.
Ravens 13.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Hey, middle. Sit up.
On 1st down, Jackson put the body on the line for his team. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
Out, sit up. Court. Yo. Sit up.
1st down, here's Lamar. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Oh, the ball is loose again. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white shirt. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with the in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me. If I was to ever take a leave, it would be aspirin to break a fever. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bro. Now back in the days of oat meat, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy. Yes, I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out. Set me down. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, it's a chicken down again. Abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bro. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bro. Break it down. Sometimes I wonder what the old me'd say. If what? If he could see the way it is today, he'd probably say that everything is gay. What's my name? say a few things that do the anger you. Dad, if I think that, I'ma say that. Cancel me, what? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul, quit, snake. You male cross-dresser, fake. And I'll probably get for that, why? But you can all. In fact, them, Dre, Jimmy, me, you. My own kids, they're brass. Think of them and you are. You too, Paul. Got two biggest blue paws. What you thought you saw ain't what you saw. Cause you're never gonna see me caught sleeping. See the kidnapping, never did happen. Like Sherry Papini, Harry Houdini. I vanish into the thin air as I'm leaving like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bro. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bro.
Two in, two up, back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know I'm running up at night. You know I only get one life for this. The night, hell of a night. The night, hell of a life. Okay, let's go. I'm really living like the text went through. J. Cole said it's memes and mills, but I'm the king and adjusted all. Really wanna wipe me down. I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaties better beef with me than never beef with life's obstacles. I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned to be toned down. Too big, so I'm cocky. From the back while on Twitter with my phone out. Got an Eminem deal, but I'm Hershey. 6'2", dark skin, with a purpose. Never voicemail on my phone last night to myself saying little Curtis. Yeah. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know I'm running up at night. You know I only get one life for this. The night, hell of a night. The night, hell of a life.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Rattler to open with a pass. Brought in by Chris Olave. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
On the set. Watch out now. 50 series. Here we go. Set.
Throwing is Rattler. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And he will go all the way. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, New Orleans. Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey. Middle.
Gonna go right back to Henry. Play action now. Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard
Bateman is the motion man. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 9-yard line.
On play action, here's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
On the return, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Rattler. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score time.
Fight, 97. 43 rail. Hut.
Rattler now back to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Opposite, 3.
On the handoff, running left, it's Kamara. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Ready, break. Close, 10. Watch it, 6.
Looking to throw, Rattler. He's got it, man. It's Hill. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. They face 2nd down and 7.
Set, ready.
Slot man in motion right. They run on the jet sweep. And the Saints are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Ready.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Spencer Rattler. Touchdown, Saints. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Groupie now on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Pistol formation with Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There was tight coverage all across the field. I think the quarterback thought he had the arm strength to fit this one into a pretty small window, but the defense wasn't having it. They were all over it, and I think the quarterback actually got away with one there.
Now he'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Jackson going to keep this one himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring him for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, Jackson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jackson. To the goal line and in. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here's Mims. He'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there.
At their own 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
22 needle. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing now is Rattler. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. Saints going to use their second timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Set, hut. Ready?
To throw, it's Rattler. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Ready, ready.
Now Rattler gonna throw. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And now he loses the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
A first down throw for Jackson. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And the returner down to a knee, so the ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Forward. It's hot. It's hot.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Jackson now. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Second down, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. He'll try to run for it. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down.
Years ago, people would have thought you were crazy to go for 4th down on your side of the field, but that's not the case anymore. We're seeing it more and more often play out across the league. In this case, not a bad job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball, but he's able to find some space with his legs, and he's able to pick up the conversion.
And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play. Lamar going to work from the pistol. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down.
Middle.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
Play action now. Jackson.
25-yard line.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down. And he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown. touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense...
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's to midfield. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Here's Williams on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Claws red. Ready?
Throwing is Rattler. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Go, 38. Down. Red, cycle. Hut.
Here's Rattler. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Black ultra. 6, level.
They'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
The only way the quarterback has time to allow that receiver to go that far is if the big boys up front do their job. I mean, the protection was excellent. The quarterback had all the time in the world to let his wide receiver work open, and when you can pass protect like that, you're going to generate a lot of big plays. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll be taken down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one.
Ready. Red, yellow.
Rattler now back to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Strike! Strike!
He'll look to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Ravens. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
That's how I be happening. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get crackin', put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it on for them. Come and tear it down. What are you about? They get over trap here, but I love it. Yeah.